thought I deserved that financial reward at the end of that, but
Right.
they just opted out of that, and they had the clause in there that they could do that at any time.
So, that was pretty, probably a pretty low time, just frustrating.
Well, it was pretty, I felt like that they should have kept their word. Yeah, I really did.
Okay. So you received your social work degree, you went ahead and completed that and had to pay for it on your own.
I did.
So you mentioned earlier that the financial strain of having to do that again plus work full time is kind of keeping you from.
It is. I just can't afford to go back. Since my husband is disabled and stays at home, he draws Social Security, which is not a lot. And my pay here it's all right. The benefits are pretty good too. But the assistance they have right now is for the field counselors only. And while I would love to have some financial help, they're pretty much forcing some of them to go back and take that.
Right.
And paying for it. So that doesn't make sense to me either. But that's
right
the way it is.
Okay, so we use two sheets here. So, most of yours are up above the timeline, saying that, you know, they were great. You know, that I put on the below the timeline the unemployment, only because that was a time that you were transitioning in from one position to the other. And this, and going all the way up to drawing unemployment from a job that you weren't really satisfied with in the end or being responsible for, you came into the administrative assistant here at the center.
Right.
And I know that you're kind of the rock of our department. And the other thing I put below was when the state opted out, because I could tell.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that would have been
it was a very frustrating time for you.
It was very frustrating. Very.
And then it goes straight back up to when you received your bachelor's in social work. You didn't give up.
Actually, this below the line here would have to be more after the bachelor's, because
that's when
the
you found
master's
out.
Is what I want to get now.
Bachelor's. I'm sorry if I said master's. You received your bachelor's in social work.
I did, but this is where that should be, because now I want to get my master's. And I can't get any financial help because the only people that they are helping financially are the field counselors.
Okay. So, the only things below the line are kind of the unemployment and the financial strain of not being able to continue and get your master's. So, as far as your career now, you say that you're happy and you're satisfied. Do you want to be somewhere else? Do you want to use this social work degree in a way?
Well,
in a position other than you have now?
I would like to do something else, simply because I've done this for a while now, and I would like to try something else. I'm just, I guess, that type of person. Not that the position I'm in now that I'm unhappy with it, because I'm not. I love what I do, but I have done it for quite a while now, and I feel there's no challenge left in it, I guess. And I'm a person who needs challenge.
So you feel like to further your career, you need a more challenging job to use the skills that you've learned in school.
True, yeah.
And with your job.
Because I don't feel like I'm using those to the fullest. I feel like I could do more. But I don't feel like there's an opportunity to do that.
Okay. So, and looking at this timeline, you've held several different jobs, and each one of these show determination because you've bettered yourself in each position. So let's say we take the next, let's say within the next year, and then the next 2 years. Where do you see yourself within this next year, say 2017, the rest of 2016 to 17?
Well, I'd like to be here, but in some different capacity, something that I could use the skills that I have gone to college to acquire. But what capacity, I'm not sure right now. And I don't even know if that's a possibility at this point, because apparently administrative assistants are not gaining any professional experience, rehab experience here, which I think is not quite fair and not quite right.
Okay. It's really not. I agree. What about the next 2 years? Let's just say 2020. Where do you see yourself?
Right here, actually.
Here at the center still?
Yeah. I hope to be here at the center doing something. However, if something were to come along where I could use the skills that I've acquired, that doesn't mean I wouldn't take it. So I'm open to possibilities or opportunities that are out there.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for doing the interview. I appreciate it.
Sure, thank you.